swear, this woman looked like one of the Judds to me.
Yeah.
All right, she's got famous daughters, Winona and Ashley. They call her the queen of everything, and indeed, Naomi Judd is an inspiration to just about everybody whose life she touches. Here she is, Miss Naomi Judd.
Darling.
Thank you for having
Nice
me.
to see you. You bet.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Naomi,
You look
Naomi.
Pretty in pink today?
Yes.
Well, I'm getting ready to do something with Dolly Parton, so I thought I'd air him out a little bit.
Can hang them on my line anytime you want. So, wow, come on.
Dolly's a girlfriend, and she's opening up Pigeon Forge this week.
Yeah, she was just here last week talking about Dollywood is opening
This Friday,
this
yeah.
coming Friday, yeah.
So every year she asked me to be in the parade with her, and I told her this year I'd do it, so.
Now, when did you meet Dolly? Did you meet her years ago?
A million years ago.
Really? When you were both starting out?
We were starting out in country music, yeah. And, you know, I feel so strongly about having friends that I really encourage you all to, you know, really develop some intimate friendships. It just so happens that my girlfriends are Tammy Wynette. Went to her house the other night. We had a baby shower for Faith Hill.
Aww.
And Reba and I are going to do something next week together, but they're just real people, too. Guess what?
Well, that's nice.
They're normal, real people.
You know, I find this, Naomi, that if you don't, it's easier to make friends when you're younger and maintain those friendships than it is when you get older to start a friendship with someone and have it as deep as the ones you had when you were a kid.
Well, your lives are so complicated by that time, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I went home, my mama lives in Ashland, Kentucky. Good morning, Mommy. I know she's, I know she's sitting at her kitchen. I can tell you the coffee cup she's using right now, sitting there watching me. I went home to Ashland, Kentucky for a day last week, and she had Mary Agnes Hinton and all the old neighbors come over, because Mom lives in the house I was born and raised in.
Is that right?
Just to, I mean, there's nothing different or special about me. And it's just so important that people understand that nobody's born with their destiny stamped on their forehead.
You got to make your own way.
You can do it. I'm on the lecture circuit, and I talk to people about the spirit-mind-body connection. And I just want to shake women and say, take off your mask. Take it off. You know, be who you really are. There's all these women out there shaking their heads going, Been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
It's scary for people, though. They think they're going to, I guess, lose something in the process. And then don't realize how much they'll gain.
Right. We talk about, I mean, I'm mercilessly candid about my real life, and I'm not an expert in anything except maybe making mistakes.
Sure. We're only, that's easy, that comes easy to all of us.
I think an expert's just somebody from out of town with slides. But I talk about the 4 life lessons, the 4 things that I figured out in my life. And I would encourage you guys to do the same thing.
Well, what are they?
Yeah, we could use that around here. What?
Well, the first thing is actually change is the true nature of our world. I was 17 years old. I had this warm, fuzzy Walton-esque. Did you guys ever watch Andy Griffith?
Yes.
Mayberry. You lived in Mayberry.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
I lived in the heart of Mayberry. Could walk to all the schools I ever went to, the First Baptist Church. We had 2 movie theaters. It was the deal.
And a loving family?
Cruising through life with the top down, then all of a sudden, everything blew up. My safe little world just exploded into chaos.
Because you made a change?
Well, Regis, do you know it's biologically possible to get pregnant the first time you have sex?
Now she tells me.
That was a big change. But look at the joy and the beauty that came out of it. It was something you considered a mistake at the time, and look what...
Yeah. Her name's Hurricane Winona. The Countess of Hip, the Mistress of Jam. Wits and glitz, glamour and clamor with spunk to spare.
She's really spectacular.
And she's got 2 of her own now and lives fairly close by.
They're neighbors. This has always been my utopian fantasy, to have my children living next door to me. So Winona's on one side, And Elijah is 2, and Grace, Princess Grace is 10 months. And then we have Ashley on the other side.
No kidding.
So she's moved from L.A. and lives with you?
She's always lived with me. Ashley has.
That.
She's going to be 29 next week, and we're having a big movie premiere for her in L.A.
She's a fine actress.
She's got her first starring role with Morgan Freeman, be out this fall.
Yeah, she is a terrific actress. So there you are on your acres. You have nice acreage there.
She's got a spread.
You got a spread, honey.
Yeah.
That's the kind of spread you want, not this.
And that's one thing I tell Winona and Ashley. Don't ever ask a man to show you the size of his spread.
More pearls of wisdom. We're going to come back with Naomi. This is too deep for me. Now, you know, Naomi Judd has her own talk show specials coming out beginning on April 21st, huh?
For the Family Channel.
Right. I've already done one. I did one that was on last month, and I called up Rosie O'Donnell and Larry King and Jay Leno. And I thought, this time, I wanted to meet people that I would never cross paths with. So I did Fran Drescher and Tim Allen and Jane Seymour.
Well, great lineup of people.
Yeah.
Boy, you're getting the good guests.
It's so much fun meeting folks.
Did you go to them, to their homes?
Yeah.
Just
I
like
called them
Barbara
up and said, hey, Jane, what are you doing? Knock them over. You want to hear my Dolly joke?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, now don't tell her this. Don't anybody tell her, but Dolly depends on me for, you know, to make her laugh and tell her jokes and material and everything. I mean, can you imagine when me and Dolly get together?
Oh, boy.
Talk about a couple of boobs.
I can just imagine
Me
it.
and Dolly, yeah, you know. Okay, so before we do the parade, I'm going to ask her, do you know why God gave blondes one more brain cell than horses?
No.
So the blondes don't poop in the parade.
You can't beat that good country humor, can you?
Earthy, I love it. My kind of earthy.
Earthy humor.
Earthy. Terra firma humor.
Well, let's take a look now at Naomi and one of her guests coming up on this show will air on
Another
April 21st on the
boy.
Family Channel. Yes, Fran Drescher. Here's Naomi and Fran.
Let me hear you say, we'll slap the dog and spit in the fire.
But then also I should say it like you do, Southern, right?
Well, I just want to hear your flow.
Something different.
Your
Oh.
slow flow that this teacher.
Okay, well, the low, slow flow sounds like this. I sort of lower my register, but what happens is I speak very slowly and I lose my entire personality. So we don't do that anymore. But then what was the thing that you said? Well,
Say, slap the dog and spit in the fire.
slap the dog and spit in the fire.
Yes! Yes, she did it!
She does that pretty well, too.
You're natural for it, Naomi. You're natural for it.
That proves what you just saw, a little bit of country in all of us, I think, there, right? All right, so it airs 7 o'clock on the Family Channel on April 21st. Good luck, Naomi. Nice to see you. We'll be right back in the kitchen, and then we got
Oh, Ed Begley Jr.
Ed Begley Jr. coming up.